You may notice that this is not Mia next to me.
You don't say.
I'm not Mia.
No.
I apologize for those of you who are Mia fans. She's not dead. I'm not dead. I'm just running into the thing.
Okay, so this is the big sister. This is Zoe.
Hello.
And she recently went on a trip, and she is going to talk about it today with us.
So, I don't know if you guys know, we're kind of theme park fans.
Never would have guessed.
And part of that stems from the fact that we work in the theme park industry, sort of, kind of. And so I and my dad, we were at a conference in Rust, Germany, which is right next to Europa Park. And we were speaking. I gave a speech there.
Yep, because they're all fancy like that.
So we gave a speech, but then the next day, we decided to go check out Europa Park. And it was fun. I really liked it. I had no idea what to expect.
So, what we are going to do today is Zoe is going to be telling us about her trip to Europa Park and kind of give us her review of the different rides that she went on today. So,
Yeah. So, to start off, I got a special sneak peek of, I think it's open now, but like we got to go as like a conference together. And so the first night I only rode one ride, but it was their
disappointing.
I know.
Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Yeah, the ride that we got to ride was basically bootleg pirates. That would be my biggest summary of Europa Park, is it's kind of bootleg Disney, but in like a very charming way. But literally, like, you do the little hill down, there's a pirate there.
He's got a monkey.
He's got a monkey on his shoulder.
He's having a good time.
He's
There's
having a good time.
there's alligators. There
There's
aren't alligators in the other one.
There aren't alligators.
So this one's obviously better than the Disney version.
I mean, possibly. It was a very detailed ride, like the sets and stuff, super detailed, but kind of odd because it's like pirates aren't really good. So like it was like this benevolent pirate, and so it just kind of gave like a weird vibe. Whereas most Pirates of the Caribbean, you're just like, nope, they totally just ransack the town and burn everything. Pirates. We went to the Voletarium next, and it was like an adventurer themed, like you joined the European Adventurer Club. This room was cool, like it just made me, they had a Bigfoot, they had all these really cool tapestries, and it gave me like cool adventure-y vibes. But it was just Soarin' basically. So we then moved on and we did these two little boat rides with like theming. It was kind of a dark ride. This one was like puppets, and it went through different storybooks. And kind of creepy, to be honest, because puppets are always creepy. And then we rode another small boat ride through like a fairyland, and there was like a very distinguished looking mushroom. And like both of these dark rides were very similar, whereas like they had like really kind of cute theming and scenes and stuff that you could look at, but what I felt was missing was like a catchy song, because it's like Small World on a budget, but then there's no song. And then after that, we did a Leonardo da Vinci ride. It was like one of these, you ride one of his contraptions, his flying contraptions. And I kept waiting for something to happen. You're just going over the park. So nothing happens in the ride. But it was pretty because you get to see everything up from the top. And again, the landscaping is cool. And in this particular area of the park, all the rides are kind of on top of each other. So it's kind of cool. I always like seeing like things mixed together. And then we did bootleg Haunted Mansion.
They just got all of the Disney rides there, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Now, let me ask you this. Were these bootleg versions of these rides, did you like some of them better than the originals? Not really.
The only one I liked better than the original was the bootleg Tiki Room.
Okay, and we'll get to that.
And we'll get to that. But yeah, this was bootleg Haunted Mansion. You go in and this guy spits at you, which is very
That's nice.
Disney-like. Yeah, and he's kind of creepy.
Why you bully me?
It's definitely more creepy than the Haunted Mansion in Disney.
Which, I mean, nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you need a little creepiness.
Maybe. But then the second half of the ride is much darker and creepier, and like you go through like a torture chamber and they're like ripping some guy's heart out, and you're like, oh, okay.
That's nice.
That's nice. And then after Bootleg Haunted Mansion, we did another weird dark ride. They sang in Italian, and it was about like a dog and another dog lady, and they fell in love. Or a cat. It was dog and cat.
Yeah.
And then we did the observation tower, which was uneventful, but it was cool. You got a good view of everything. And then we did the Moulin Rouge coaster, and that one was fun. Like, it's about the intensity of like the second half of The Mummy, so it's like an indoor dark coaster.
Yeah, very chill.
Very chill, but like fun. You're like, wee, wee. My favorite part about it though is like, instead of a lift hill, they spiral you up. It's like one of those. And then when you get to the top, they play the can. And then we did Silver Star, and that one is basically just Diamondback for you Kings Island fans. But it was fun. It's themed to Formula One AMG. Then we did a Dino Dark ride. It was odd but charming. It was this little old lady who has a garden full of dinosaurs. Look at them having a good old time. Cassandra's Curse, I want to talk about this one a little bit because it's really trippy. You go in and you're in this, you like sit down and then the room spins around you, and I think you're slightly moving kind of like a Viking ship, and it was very trippy. I wish I could understand what she was saying because it was all in German again.
Sorry, I don't speak Italian.
Then I did the bootleg tiki room, and it was fun. I liked it. It was definitely like kind of old and janky and like a little run down, but like I really liked, I have like a soft spot for some of the songs that they played. And even though it wasn't in English, like it was like Italian opera, and I had fun with it. Then we did Arthur, which is
King Arthur or the Aardvark Arthur?
That weird movie that like we've never seen, but with the guy with the really spiky hair.
Oh, so neither.
I think it's like Arthur and the Invisibles.
Okay.
I've never seen the movie. I kind of want to now that I've ridden the ride, and I think the ride would make more sense if I had seen the movie. But the ride itself was really fun. It's like a roller coaster mixed with dark ride elements, and then it's like the How to Train Your Dragon ride at Motion Gate Park in Dubai, where it like kind of spins you to different scenes. So it's cool. I like that ride. That was one of my favorite ones of the day. Then we went on, I have no idea what this one was called, but I'm calling it Space Thing Epcot. It looks like it belongs at Epcot, like the building itself. And it's like, Mia told me it's like one of the first spinning coasters ever made. And then we rode the bobsled, which is like a really janky ride. It's not even on a track. It didn't hurt as much as I thought it was going to. And then I did Blue Lightning just for Mia, and I liked it a lot. It reminded me of a very tame Velocicoaster. Overall, I would definitely go back. I didn't get to ride everything I wanted to. The lines weren't long. The most I waited was probably 20 minutes. If you have the chance, go to Europa Park.
Let us know, have you been to Europa Park before? If so, which rides did you like the best? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not Mia.